Welcome to Exhibitor Lounge, sponsored by ExhibitEdge.com. Now, I'm your host and your trade show mixologist, Michael Gray. Here each week you receive simple, practical, and proven tips to improve your trade show marketing strategy and get better results while maximizing your budget. All right, in a previous video I mentioned that your exhibit should be a marketing tool, not a sales tool. Now, in this series about the trade show checklist, we will go through the planning of an effective marketing strategy. Now, I'm sitting in a slightly redesigned exhibitor lounge as we need to fit the studio into a 10 by 10 booth space. By staging the exhibitor lounge into the booth space dimensions, it creates a great visual for our planning team to brainstorm effectively. Now, Exhibit Edge is going through this marketing process now as we are exhibitors at an upcoming trade show called Exhibitor Live that happens in Las Vegas in the spring. Now, we are just under 2 months out from the trade show, and we have developed our first trade show checklist. We divided our checklist into 4 major categories. 1, the message. 2, the technical approach. 3, booth flow and lead capture, and 4, logistics. So at the first planning meeting, we assembled the team and looked at all 4 categories in general. Now, we talked about what would be the message that we would present at the show. Now, we knew we were taking the Exhibitor Lounge studio to the show, but what would be the message and the goal? So we asked ourselves, how do we define success at the show? Now, these are the metrics that a marketing manager needs to establish long before the show starts. The entire event centers around this one question. All right, if you look at your exhibit as a selling tool, then you'll have a hard time measuring your return on investment, or ROI. If you look at it as a marketing tool, then those metrics are much easier to define. Now, our goal for the Exhibitor Live show is to sign up 200 to 300 people per day into the Exhibitor Lounge community. Now, it's a metric that can be well defined and accounted for as a direct result of the event. It is easily measured. Now, once you know your goal, then you can develop a strategy to achieve that goal. That strategy takes into account all 4 major categories. So we brainstormed and put our ideas and questions into each category. All right, I'll go through some of the questions we asked each other, but first I want to give you some basic facts about the show that we worked with. All right, the first thing is the exhibit's in a 10 by 10 booth space. Second, the show is a 3-day show that runs about 4 hours each day. Third, the show has about 4,000 attendees. And then fourth, the show is in Las Vegas and the exhibit is in Chantilly, Virginia. Now 5, it's about 7 weeks before the event starts. All right, so here are some of the brainstorming questions. Number 1, how do we sign up people? Number 2, how many people will be needed to man the exhibit? Number 3, how will we create a draw to the exhibit? Number 4, what can we do pre-show to advertise? Number 5, when will the exhibit need to ship? Number 6, will we video live at the event? 7, will we have a giveaway, and what will it be? 8, what is our budget? Now, these are just a small amount of the brainstorming questions. The next step is to put them into the 4 main categories and prioritize. Knowing the show will go on, you have to look at logistics and get a schedule in place. Now, we're not including personal logistics like hotel arrangements, since those should have been done long ago. Under logistics, we put these topics: the shipping date from Virginia, the ordering deadlines for literature and giveaways, advertising deadlines. All right, now these logistics are critical to your planning schedule. All exhibit managers track these deadlines, but don't stop there. Remember, there are 3 other categories to a successful trade show. The next week, we'll look at the decisions that were made at our first planning meeting and our progress towards the show. Hey, as always, please respond with your questions or comments and let others know about exhibitorlounge.com. We'll see you next week. Until then, I'm your host, Michael Gray, telling you, relax in the Exhibitor Lounge.